Did you know that you can manipulate the outcome of the shop using Vale's Updraft skill even in rank mode? If you watched my first tutorial about Vale's skill, then you can consider this video a continuation of that, or an example of how it works in an actual match. I made this because some people are saying Vale's skill is impossible to use to manipulate the outcome. So in this video, I'm going to teach you step by step from picking your synergy, heroes, gogo cards, or runes depending on where you play, to strategy from early to late game decision making and everything else, so you can get the same result as I did. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, make sure you walk it first so you won't get confused here. Before we start, we have to pick our synergy. Every hero has at least 2 synergies, so you can't really focus on only one, but I highly suggest you stick to 2 synergies. Don't add more, because it will just make this harder to pull off. The first step is picking a hero whose synergy has only 4 members. This will reduce the effort you need to 3-star all the heroes in it. For example, Alucard has Fighter and Quartermaster synergies, and both have 6 members. That means you need to 3-star more heroes. But if you use Leomord instead, he is part of Northern Adventurer, which only has 4 members and Fighter. So you only need 9 heroes on the chessboard, making it easier to 3-star fewer units. The second step is to pick a synergy that has fewer blue heroes. Blue heroes are mid-tier and harder to 3-star among the low-cost heroes. This way you can focus later on getting purple and gold heroes. In my case, I picked Vexana because she is part of Summoner, which has only 4 members. And Summoners in Rune mode are better than the ones in Blessings of Ember because they won't summon a hero you already 3-starred, plus they give bonus damage for summoned units. Because of this, I can focus on building up my Immortals heroes. Another reason I picked Vexana is because Immortals only have 1 blue hero, and 3 of their members are low cost, making them easier to 3-star. Step 3 is going into battle. I actually failed to record the picking, but I chose Arlott as my starting hero. If someone else gets him first, you can pick anyone and just sell them later. Step 4. At Commander level 3, you have the highest chance to get white heroes. Use this chance to 2-star and 3-star all your white heroes, and don't level up your Commander yet, since it will automatically level up later on. Step 5. When you reach level 4, you can now start getting blue heroes. Use Vale's skill on Zas so you can get Popol and Koopa quickly. This will activate your Summoner synergy, letting you 3-star Zask and Popol without much effort. This step is really important because you need to stay at a low Commander level longer than your enemies, which will make you weaker in mid-game, but it will also let you win early rounds for higher income. At this point, you can also save up 20 gold to get the extra 4 gold per round from interest. After that, you no longer have to worry too much about Zask and Popol, but still buy them when they appear for faster progress. Make sure by this time you have already 3-starred all your white heroes. Step 6. If you're done with your white heroes, you can now level up your commander to 5 or 6, whichever you prefer. The reason I stay at level 5 or 6 is because that's when you have the highest chance of getting green heroes. Step 7. Once your green heroes are done, you can move on to blue heroes. Upgrade your commander level to 7 so you have the best chance to get blue units. Step 8. By this point, you're almost finished. At this step, you should already have all of your blue heroes 3-starred. Now you can focus on making your purple heroes 3-star. You can use Vale's skill here if you want, but I was lucky because my Vexana was already 3-starred and Immortals have no purple heroes. So I moved to step 9, which is using Vale's skill to get yellow heroes. At this point, all my heroes were 3-star except the yellow ones. As you can see in my shop, I only had Gatot Kacha and Sun. If I waited a little longer for Summoner to finish 3-starring my Sun, I could have gotten only Gatot Kacha in the shop, but I didn't have time because my enemy was about to get eliminated in the next round. Step 10 is simple. Upgrade your commander to max level so you also have the highest chance to get yellow heroes. Sometimes using Vale's skill alone is not enough to 3-star your yellow heroes, so you need to max out your level too.
When it comes to runes, I actually picked Mage because that was the only synergy that matched my needs, and it could help Vexana deal more damage. I also used Elite Team to increase my chances of winning in mid-game by boosting the attack speed of almost all of my heroes. The last rune I picked was Shiny Pouch to increase my budget for spamming refresh and making my remaining heroes 3-star, but in your case it depends on your synergy and which heroes you still need to 3-star at that time. Just make sure you remember that gold is way more important in this tactic since you need to 3-star all of your low-cost heroes as soon as possible. Just a few reminders, from step 3 to step 10 might change depending on which synergy you use, and always check the shop's probability because it can change when there's an update. I know I made this tutorial in an actual battle, and I know some of you will have something to say. Some will ask me to do this in rank mode of Blessings of Ember, some will say to do it in tag team, and so on. But you see, the point of this tutorial is not to show it in every possible mode, but to help you understand how it works. That's why I explained everything step by step instead of just showing you a montage. And I know someone will probably say say I should do it in a higher rank like Mythic, but that would be difficult for me. Not because I can't do it, I actually can, but because it takes so much time. I already spend a lot of time writing scripts, thinking of creative content, editing my own videos, and trying this strategy in real ranked matches, so I just don't have time to grind to Mythic rank anymore. Not to mention there are 3 ranking systems in Magic Chess Gogo, plus I also spend time grinding in Advanced Server, and I haven't even mentioned how much time I also spend making content for Mobile Legends. So please forgive me if I can't reach Mythic just to prove my credibility. I'm only here to teach you how it works, not to prove my worth. And I'm not really asking anything in return after all the effort I put into this, but I will really appreciate it if you follow or subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. So what do you want me to create next? Let me know in the comments section.